Hello everyone, my name is Sweet and welcome to School of Dragons. Today we are going to take a look at the brand new dragon, the Sentinel, which first appeared on Race to the Edge season 5. Maybe, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's a dragon exclusively to Race to the Edge in that particular universe and the series. So this is a very highly requested dragon. A lot of people love the Sentinel and I'm sure they're very excited to see it in game. So we're just going to take a look at the model and the animations, then we're going to go over it and see exactly what everything this dragon has to offer. So the first thing that I noticed about this guy is that his wings doesn't really touch the ground. They really don't, because he is a wyvern, and they are supposed to kind of walk on their wings pretty much, or in a lot of cases they do, like the monster's nightmare. And this guy does that in the show, but this guy's like, it's like his wings are not long enough to reach the ground. And it kind of gives this really awkward pose when he's standing still like that, because where are his wings? Because it looks like the wings are resting on something, but... And like takes them up every time he turns, like he's saying, "Hey, hey, how you doing? Hey." So that's a bummer. No doubt, that's a bummer. He moves rather stiffly, and I know this is a Sentinel we're doing with, so I guess it's supposed to do it very stiffly. He's very like slouched over. He's leaning forward a lot, like. It's like, how can he keep balance like this? It's very, because he has such a big head. His tail is not very long, but I guess the Sentinel tail aren't really that long. And I mean, you can discuss whether it's supposed to be kind of stiff or not, or like what it is, but I mean, it is what it is, and it's not horrible. I don't think it's horrible. The only thing that really bums me out is the wings. Because he walks in the show, he doesn't really walk around like this with his wings straight out like that. You can see when he's running, they're just straight out. It's a bit of a letdown. The model in itself, we just take a look at that, looks great. I think it looks good. It looks like a Sentinel. It has big strong legs. I was kind of worried if they were going to reuse the model and the animations for the Eruptodon, because they're kind of the same kind of dragon, same idea, same body type, just a little bigger, a little smaller. But they didn't. It does seem like this one has unique animations all the way around, which is always something to appreciate. His head twitches a little bit, as you can see when he's standing still, just like we see from the Sentinel. It goes a little bit twitchy, which is nice. I really love that. He has regular fire. He just shoots out fire. It's a nice little animation. His wings come up and then come down. Like he's very dominant and want to protect his turf. So really nice. The spikes looks great on him. His overall texture is really good. I mean, you can really see it. It looks like bones. He's like a boulder class dragon. You can clearly see that, and it really comes to show. He does run a little bit particular. I'm gonna admit that. His tail is nice though, the way it moves back and forth like that when he's running. That's very good, very cute. But I guess we should just take him up in the air and see how he flies. Alright, so here we have a flying Sentinel. He kind of tilts his wings up a little bit at the tip, which we have seen from other dragons, which I personally find cool. I think it's cool because the wings are not as sturdy out there. You can see all these small skin pieces he really has just sticking out, right? So they're not that's resistant to the wind, so they would be folding up. He flaps his wings pretty powerfully. It looks alright. There's no issue with the joint near the shoulder. Sometimes there's issues with that. It looks really great overall. I like the gliding. The gliding is perfect because his hind legs are really close to his body. His tail moves slightly. He's not a very animated dragon in general because he is a Sentinel. They're stone. They're supposed to not move very much. So I think this works definitely. When he slows down, his wings kind of curl up like this, and there's a part of me that likes how this looks because he kind of looks creepy. He looks like a scarecrow or something, like hanging up and looking down at you. But at the same time, the legs are really just, it looks like he's standing in the air. It looks really weird and peculiar. So I'm kind of like in the middle whether I like it or not. But it's a minor thing. It's just for when you slow down. And it's a really nice dragon. His wings are a bit short. I mean, they work alright, but he has a really big body, as you can see, a very thick body, and you can also tell that he can't even reach the ground when he's standing, right? So maybe if they were a little bit longer, I would have liked that. But again, there's like, how much data can this dragon be? How big can it be before it starts lagging? All that stuff. So yeah, I think it's alright with the wing size. Overall, I think it's a good dragon. I think it's good. It's also just hard because you hype things so much. The same with the triple strike. You're so excited about this dragon. This dragon is also a fan favorite. So when it finally comes out, you're always gonna look for flaws. Like, you're always gonna be like, oh, this could have been better. This could have been better. But I think it's good. I think it works. It's a Sentinel. It looks like a Sentinel, and it's cute, and it works for what it is. Sadly, still no firing animations while flying. This is pretty much outrageous at this point. We hear nothing about it. We have no idea why they haven't added back the freaking animations when they're flying, and it's starting to really grind my gears in the wrong way, if you get my meaning. But that's what that is. Again, I can't really do anything about that. So sadly, we don't get to see what he would look like while firing in the air. He's hovering. It's pretty alright too. Just, you know, pretty like not moving too much because he's a Sentinel and just the wings are going up and down and everything. Very nice. But let's take a look at his stats and see how he performs there. So here we have Tempest, my Sentinel. She's actually a female. I'm so bad with female dragons. I still say he all the time, but it's a female. And if we look at his stats, we have max speed 7.0, pitch rate 6.0, turn rate 7.5, acceleration 3.5, and firepower is 7.2. So potentially he could be an alright battle dragon. Can't really confirm that yet, but potentially maybe. I took her out for a race yesterday because it's always so hard to find races. I mean, it's just impossible. So I decided to do it when at a time I knew that there were people online, and she performed very badly. She's not a racing dragon. I'm absolutely certain you can call her no racing dragon up in here. No. The acceleration is extremely slow. You could barely tell that she was gaining speed at all. Her pitch is horrible. She can't really change altitude very fast, which is a problem when you're flying over cliffs and diving down again to reach the circles, for example. And she just won't go fast enough. You have to slow down to get the freaking circles at times. Her turn is pretty much average, but nothing too fancy, and it doesn't make up for all the other flaws she has. So not a good racing dragon, and you could be upset about that, but then again, it's a Sentinel. I don't think they're supposed to be that fast, because they're Sentinels. I mean, they're not racing dragons, so it's alright, but I mean, in a game like this, it's always disappointing when you can't race with your dragon, because it's a big part of the game. But nonetheless, that's just how she is. So overall, I'd say that the Sentinel is a nice dragon, a nice new dragon, because we haven't gotten new dragons in a while, and it's a fan favorite dragon, and it works alright. I could see myself flying around on it. It's pretty cool. Another thing that's really cool about the Sentinel in particular is that I stumbled upon another Sentinel in game, and I was like, what is this? This one looks different from mine. And I got really excited because I thought that these dragons' distinctive genders, that the one next to me with a lot of spikes was a male and mine was a female with less spikes. But then I asked the person, and it's because you get that one from quests. So the Sentinel you get from doing the quest and the new expansion pack is not the same as the one you buy from the Elec, which is also cool. It could be cool if they're distinctive genders, but I mean, I'm alright with it. So the one you get from the expansion pack is different than the one you buy, which is cool because then you'll have a reason to get both the Elec and also do the expansion pack, because you can get two different kinds of Sentinels. I mean, that's something we've never seen before. So I find that really cool that dragons have unique features that distinguish them, even though they're the same species. I think that's really, really cool. So I'm really excited about doing the expansion pack and finding that Sentinel and looking at the differences and everything, because it has like a lot of spikes and stuff. It's different, alright. Really excited to see if this guy gets a Titan form eventually, because it's a really cool dragon. I like how you can color it pretty alright. It has some highlights around, as you can see on mine. I have purple and pink, and it's just an overall really cool dragon. So let me know what you think about the Sentinel down in the comments section below. I'm sure a lot of you have been excited for this dragon. I have as well, and I think that the School Dragons team did a decent job on this guy, definitely. But let me know what you think, and I'll look forward to reading it, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. So long, Dragon Riders!